Yo, what's up guys, Star here. I'm back in another video and I'm playing MCC right now to show you guys how to aim in Halo. I couldn't use Halo 5 because Halo 5 doesn't have a split screen and I don't really have anyone to use as like a dummy or anything, and I thought this would be a little bit easier. So I just plugged up my second controller and I'm just going to do a little aiming tips and tricks that should help you in Halo 5. Actually, in any Halo, these tips should help you out. So the first thing I really want to get out the way is don't always aim for the head, especially in Halo 5. I know this is Halo 3, but the same rules kind of still apply. You don't want to just aim for the head, especially if the opponent's, I'm going to get my other controller, especially if the opponent's going like this. Like, and you're just aiming for the head, your shot, some of them just may kind of go over. In that case, it didn't. But if you're fighting from longer distances, your shots are really just gonna go over their head and you kind of miss the target completely. That's partly because of the spread of the BR, but it's a lot better just to aim for a wider area to take their shields down and then aim up for the final shot at their head, because it's a one-shot kill to the head if there are no shields. So I'm going to show that as an example. A lot of people really don't. A lot of people just simply shoot for one spot of the body the whole time, like it's Call of Duty, especially the newer Halo players. So a lot of people just go like this. Sorry for the vibrating controller, put that back on my bed. But if I just four-shot you and I shoot you again in the body, you're not going to die. And a lot of people complain like, oh my gosh, he didn't die, what the heck, oh my gosh. And a lot of newer Halo players don't really know that because they don't really tell you. So if you just go like this, like 1, 2, 3, and then 4, like that, look how much quicker that kill is. And that's one thing I really recommend. A lot of people just aim for one part of the body and do that the whole kill. I really recommend just kind of shooting into the neck, or see how wide this area is. You can shoot across their whole body. And in Halo 5 that kind of applies too, because if they're holding a gun, that top chest area is going to be the widest. And yeah, to shoot for that widest point in their body, so it really gives you the less, room to miss. Like it's gonna be a lot harder to miss here aiming this chest area than it would aiming for their feet. You kind of shoot on the side, especially if they're moving back and forth with their feet moving like this. So I really recommend. That's the first thing I really just tell, like I stress to every new Halo player, just aim for the chest. That's really important. You'll see pros doing this, aiming for the widest part of their body. In general, so you just don't want to aim for that head for the 4-shot. Another thing, it's not really an aiming tip, but it's a thing that's to stay alive. So I'm gonna move my other controller. When you have your head down like this, especially in Halo 5, you could do it, but it's not as good in my opinion. But for mostly every other Halo, it's really good. So if you're running away and someone's like shooting you in the back, like you know how I said it takes 4 shots to the head to kill, or 4 shots to kill, but the last shot has to be a headshot. If someone's like, you're shooting them in the back, or you're getting shot in the back, you gotta go like this, blah blah, in your one shot, right? Instead of letting them get that final headshot on you, just put your head down like that, and they end up missing, or they shoot you in the back again, so you can eat more shots, so you can take a few more bullets, and it's like 2 to the body, I think, for the BR after the fact, so you can only really eat so much, but it'll kind of give you that last shot to stay alive. Especially if you're going like around a corner or something, going like trying to survive. Another thing is too, when it comes to aiming, don't just simply stand still like this. Like don't like turn a corner, oh wow, and then there's a guy right here, and don't just stand still and shoot him. That's really not effective. Especially if you only use your right stick and stand still to shoot someone, you're gonna get thrown off pretty easily by someone strafing. You're gonna be like, you're going to try to keep up with them the whole entire time. See how hard it is? Especially someone is really that's unpredictable if they're strafe. You're trying to keep on to them, but it's kind of hard. I played Halo for a long time, so it's kind of a little bit easier for me. But if you're a newer player, it's going to be kind of hard to keep track of a person strafing. But all you have to do is just kind of walk into that person. You see how much easier that aim becomes? And kind of strafe with them. Don't just... See, if I'm strafing the opposite direction, I'm going to get my shot thrown off. So kind of like strafe with them. It's so hard playing with 2 controllers. Getting your mind used to. See, like, if you strafe with them, it's a lot easier to aim. See, and then you have to throw each other off, and you get these really intense strafe battles. But if you try strafing with your opponent, you could see how much your aim just improves. Like you stick with them without even me moving the right stick at all. I'm just sticking with them, and that's really amazing. A lot of people don't really use it that often, but try strafing with your opponent to help. It's good to use the right stick, but you just don't necessarily want to always use the right stick. If you kind of strafe with them, or don't copy the shape exactly, because they're going to get a pattern of what you're going to do. But if you kind of strafe with it and kind of use that to help you out, it's going to be a lot better. And it'll increase your accuracy. Another tip is too, if you're in a gunfight, it's more of I guess it's kind of like a strafing and aiming video to help you guys out. But if you're strafing too, If you're like one shot, let's say, oh, I'm getting shot right now, I'm down to my last shot. Like this guy's like half shields, I'm like down to one shot. Instead of just staying on the ground and doing your strafe, that's kind of a little bit more predictable. Just jump up in the air and throw a Gandhi hop like that, and it'll really throw off your opponent, especially for the last shot. Like, you're in a gunfight, boom, boom, boom. I'm one shot. The guy hasn't seen you jump the entire fight. Especially for newer Halo players, they're not gonna expect you to do this. So if you jump and Gandhi hop, which Gandhi hopping is jumping and crouching at the same time like this, and it'll kind of make your head go up and down. You can't really. It's not really a good example because there's a roof here, but you kind of see how my head bobs a little bit before, and I really throw off their shot. And you could do the same thing in Halo 5, and I think it's pretty effective to get that last bullet out, especially if you're trying to stay alive. Um, Also, another thing for strafing in general too, don't just go like this. Everyone just goes like this when they strafe. A lot of like people just generic right, left, right, and it's really predictable. And the whole thing about strafing and gun battles in Halo, you want to throw off your opponent. You don't just want to go, oh wow, my strafe is so cool. And one thing I recommend, don't just run at them, because when you're running at someone, you're not challenging them at all. All they have to do is keep their cursor where it is. See, like I'm not even touching controller and it's doing it. So just don't run where the person is. That's kind of stupid. You don't want to go like this in a strafe either. Don't just go like that on someone. Don't just like walk into their shot. I think that's really stupid on a strafe fight. You always want to go sideways for the most part, or kind of like to an angle like that to throw off their shot. You don't want to just go left and right. And also, like I said, mix it up a little bit. Like it's like a crossover in basketball. If you just do the same crossover, like I go left and right on the crossover, you're not gonna juke him out at all. Same thing with football. It's all about throwing them off. So kind of go like mix it up a little bit, like throw a little right strafe, and you really, in my opinion, you don't want to, especially in like Halo 5 and Reach, you don't want to have your analog stick hit the corners, because if I do that, you're strafing so hard to the point where it's like if you just go like this, like you're strafing so hard to the point it doesn't really throw an opponent off. You're look. I'm strafing as hard as I can, and I'm literally not moving. So I see a lot, like especially even good players, like back in the day when they were like running the MLG plays back in Halo 3 and stuff. I saw people just go like this. Like that was throwing off people's shots. Like this, especially if you're a good player, that's not gonna throw you off. I'm strafing so hard to the point where I'm standing still. It may look like I'm so cool, I'm strafing, but it's good to mix a strafe like that into your main strafe, like a longer strafe. But you don't just want to go like that because it's to the point where you're just not moving at all. Like I said before too, close range, I recommend doing like a shorter strafe. You don't want to go like super like long with your strafe, because it's kind of stupid, honestly. It's kind of throwing your aim off, if anything. You kind of want to go like a shorter strafe, if anything. Throw off their shots. When you're further away, you want to go with a longer strafe. Throw off their opponent, because if you're strafe short, it's kind of irrelevant. You're just going to be going into your cursor. I really recommend you don't have your analog sticks. Like, you kind of have to go light with it. And just really be unpredictable. The strafe in Halo 3, in my opinion, is not that good. I haven't played Halo 3 in a while, but it really doesn't matter. If you have a good strafe in every other Halo, it should throw people off. And also, there's another thing you can do to throw off people's aim. Like, if they're shooting you, like in a strafe fight, some people, if you stop moving, they'll get thrown off, and then you start moving again like that. It'll really throw people off. And it's good to mix like a long and short strafe together, and really throw off their opponent, or you throw off your opponent. And like go like this, and then you can mix it up. Just make your own stuff. Make your own stuff up. Strafing in Halo 3 is not the best. I think Halo 5 strafe is so much better, but kind of works to the same degree. If you're good at strafing in general, I think pretty much every Halo you'll be decent. What else? What other tips do I have? Oh, also, a lot of times when I'm in like a close range gunfight, a lot of the opponent doesn't really expect you to jump. Like a lot of people, like you're gonna fight this close. A lot of people are gonna be trying to get the melee on you like that. To throw them off of that, I like jumping a lot. Like I jump so much in close range fights. I go like this. I go like jump on their head and stuff, try ninjaing them like that. I go like that, kind of make them melee the air in front of them. So, and all they see is my feet, and they're trying to look up in the air, look for me. It kind of confuses my opponent a lot, and I love doing that. Another thing you can do, a lot of people really don't know about, is ninjas. In Halo 5, the ninjas are really good. Hold on, it's so hard to play with two controllers. In Halo 5, the ninjas are really good. So, like, let's say this game is Halo 5 right now. I'm walking forward, and this guy's chasing me. I could jump up and then thrust her backwards, and then I messed up so bad right there. Wait, let's just say I'm getting chased by this guy. Um, I'm getting chased. So in Halo 5, you could jump up, thrust back, and then melee the guy like that. And you could do it in any other Halo game too. In my opinion, it's just not as effective, especially against good players. But in Halo 5, I feel like you have the chance to really ninja good players because you move so fast. But you only really use that as a thing if people are chasing you and you're weak, you have no other resort. I don't recommend just always going like, ooh, I'm ninjaing you, 720 ninjas and doing all that. So I really recommend doing it around corners because a person will never expect you. They don't see you jumping in the air, especially if you hit a corner. Like you're running around a corner and all they see is nothing, and then you're behind them already, and you get a ninja. So I think that's a really effective strategy. I get so many kills ninjaing people just off of them. It's being unpredictable. It's an unpredictable move. So like, especially someone chasing you in Halo 3, like you just go like, oop, and all they see, next thing they know, like all they see is your legs and they're dead. If you don't hit them necessarily in the back, you hit them on top of their head, and that's still a guaranteed kill pretty much. You're one shot, they don't know where you are. They're kind of looking up in the air like, oh my gosh, where is he? And stuff like that. And I think it really throws off an opponent. So, what else can I give you? It's basic movement and strafe tips. I don't know, I went over so much. I just wanted this video to be like an aiming video. I think I pretty much got that down. Just aim mostly in the chest piece of the body and use strafe into your shots. I think I got that pretty much down. That's all I could really help you with. But all you could do now really is just play the game a lot, and it should be easy. If you just play Halo a lot, like you play Halo at least once a day, or anytime you have a chance to, or every time you game and play Halo, and your aim will definitely get better for sure. And I think that's something a lot of people don't really do. Is put practice and time into the game. As you guys see, this map is called Octagon. I don't know if you guys heard of it. It's a very famous map in Halo 3 days. I used to play it a lot, and that's really how I got my aim better. I think in Halo 5 there's a few versions of Octagon already out. If I find like Octagon video, I'll link it in the description. But this game mode really helps you because it's like an instant respawn game mode. I don't have the game type set yet, but it's like a 8-person. You can do 8 people. You can do like 2 people. It's mostly meant for like 2 people, but they spawn like instantly, and you're just constantly shooting people. You're just going like constantly shooting people off spawn and stuff like that. And it really gets your BR better. And you can use snipers and stuff too. And you don't really use grenades that much, but it does help you with that, your aiming skill in general. Good thing Halo 3 kind of has a lot of, it's more generous with the auto aim than Halo 5 is, but I feel like playing Halo 5 will definitely get your aim better in Halo 3. I haven't played MCC in a long time, so I don't think that really makes too much of a difference because Halo 5's aiming is so difficult. But I think that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I gave you guys enough tips. I'll probably make another video if this wasn't enough for you guys. If you guys want more tips on, I don't know what else I could show you guys unless I have like real life examples of me playing the game. But that's all I really say. Practice, strafe into your shot a little bit more, and aim for the chest. And that's really the 3 fundamental things I use when it comes to aiming. If you guys have any other aiming tips or anything, leave it in the comments below. I may do like a grenade video, like a grenade tutorial next video, because I really want to show people how to throw nades properly and the best ways to throw nades. I'm not the best nade thrower, but I don't know, or best nader, but I think I have some valuable tips to show you guys. So let me 15-0 my guess real quick, get my perfection, and then I'll probably end the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed them. It was really fun making this video. I love doing live comms, like tutorials, and I think those are the best videos. So I'm out. Peace.